Wait. Let me come back. I meant to have you guys on the starting soon screen that whole time. Meanwhile, I'm over in my kitchen. And then I try to play it off by just going. Anyway, let me find music first. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here ever, welcome for the first time. If you are hanging out here, be sure to say hi in chat so I can see who's here and say hello to you. But real quick, hey Crystal, Misha, Jessica, Annabelle, Mazakine, Nika, Manatee, Brit Brit, Sir Truth, Prada. Welcome, guys. I don't even know if I got anyone. I refreshed my page. Let me get things together. But tonight, we are going to talk about relationships and friendships in Second Life, and if I recommend, what I think about them, but more importantly, how you find people, how to start building some of those friendships, what general expectations I think in SL are. Hey Hills, hey Journey. Before we dive right in, which I totally didn't expect, wait. I can't believe I was sitting there on my live screen. Before we dive in, oh my god, is my TV on and everything? Shut up. So much is happening right now. I was so unprepared. Meanwhile, I walked over to my computer and I'm like, what? Why is that on right now? But let me go. We had a couple of subscribes since we were last live. So thank you so much, Lilo Pop Boy, Just the Gaming, Lil T Money, Malkia Storm, Rahima Rashad, Nasaya, Queen Crystals, Marianne Merrick, that's me 11,000, Desiree Flatoy, Leopoldino, Thalia's World, Gimme Gum. Thank you guys so much for subscribing.
Yes.
If you didn't hear your name, you might have subs hidden. So my bad. And just a really quick update before we dive in, because right now, don't forget, I'm having a 20,000 Linden. Is it 20,000? Yeah, 20,000 Linden giveaway. It's on my blog right now, so go enter MeelaVanderbuilt.com. There are 2 contests, 5,000 just for visiting the page, 15,000 for creating a video, so go enter. There are 5 ways to enter, so be sure to go do that. And like super exciting, I feel like I just need to start with announcements because super excited. I finished the new Bayside website a couple nights ago. So if you haven't been to Bayside yet, go to Bayside. We finally opened and I finished the website and it's so cute. So go check it out. It has all the information on Bayside, all of our rentals, the role play events that are going on. But yeah, go peep it. I'm currently standing inside of a house that I literally just put down. So we have 1 house available, fresh off the press, because I just put it down. I'm still trying to get my life together. I was really expecting to have like 2 minutes. Hey, Cup of Bleach. And for some reason, YouTube is playing games. It won't give me my live chat in studio. There we go. Alright. But yeah, this is the newest house to Bayside. Just opened up. Let me get out of here though. Alright guys, so you guys tell me. I feel like, what do I want to start with? Maybe let's start with just like general stuff on friendships and relationships to begin with. Because what's so bizarre, I feel like I was so sheltered my whole like first 5 or 6 years in Second Life. I never knew. I gotta fix that security, it's floating. Ray, if you're watching, that security is floating. But you know, I feel like a lot of people are talking about how lately they've started relationships here that they've taken to real life, and that was like never my thing. Even with friendships, I've always like kept SL and real life very separate. But over the past few years, just meeting people from different places, it's very different in Second Life. So you guys tell me how you look at relationships and friendships when you're in Second Life. Do you consider them like your real life friends? Are they your internet friends? Are they just your Second Life friends? Y'all tell me. I felt very sheltered. So you guys know my first few years of SL, I was just here for roleplay. I only came for roleplay and like dressing Meela up and creating characters and telling stories. So when I made friends, I felt like it was very surface level. Like our characters knew each other. We kind of didn't do all that much out of character. Hey B! B, I haven't seen you in so long. The neglect is so real. But yeah, I think when you're coming from like kind of a role play background, or like I did, I was very immersed in it. I was very into storylines. So I don't know. I didn't take it all that serious. Thank you, Mazakine. Meela's in her pajamas because we had a movie night here the other day at Bayside B. So there's a Bayside B. But we had it at Bayside B's house. We're going to have another movie night tonight. I'm thinking of doing like a projection somewhere, but I want to watch Maleficent too. But yeah, so I like to keep Second Life and real life separate. For me, I never even voiced in World. So that's another thing. Like that's how separate it was for me. I never voiced in World until very recently. And like, I'm sure everyone just assumed I was hiding something. And that's what's weird to me. People assume you're like hiding something just because you don't want any part of it in your real life. Like, I think it really goes back to why people play SL. And there's so many different reasons, right? You meet so many people that are in SL for different reasons. But I feel like we always forget this one group of people like moi, who literally, I didn't come here for social life, like to enhance my social life or, you know, to be more social than I am in real life. Yeah, of course, Prada. I'm gonna actually stream it. Should I sit here? I'm trying to figure out where should I go, y'all? But yeah, come for movie night. I'm gonna actually stream it in Discord, but it'll be there. I am literally blabbing tonight. I do want to get into, it's 101, so you guys know Second Life 101 kind of caters to new residents, but I think there's this weird expectation on friendships and relationships. But I get this question all the time, like, where do I go to meet friends? Where do I go to meet a partner? And I honestly tell everyone the same exact thing always, like, figure out what you like to do in Second Life and do that, and then you'll meet people that have similar interests as you. So absolutely every single friend that I have, all my like long time friendships, I met in the beginning of my SL doing just what we love. Hey William. I know, Bruna, it's strange. But so yeah, do things you like. If you roleplay, that's how I met my first partner. We were role playing together and we're just like with each other so much. We started to get to know like out of character things about one another. But again, Jasmine, I know. I try. It's because of my schedule. I can only get on SL like after 6. But yeah, just do things you like to do, and that means you have to like go do things. So don't only shop. I feel like when we're new to Second Life, that's all we want to do is like make our avatar super cute, but you have to actually like do things. So I'm gonna pop around to some places that I consider pretty social. I honestly think if you enjoy roleplay, meeting friends in roleplay is the most fun because naturally you're gonna spend so much time with each other. And like, you know, you're both creative. It's just fun. Meet people in roleplay. I think, you know, I've noticed in my Discord server, a lot of you guys that you know, come here to roleplay in Bayside kind of have bonded in Discord. So 10 out of 10, recommend roleplay. Also, I feel like the hard thing though, how much time do you and your spouse spend together when you're on? When we're both on all of the time. Like if he logs in, we're spending time together because we don't often see each other. So we don't both get on at like complementary schedules. So if we both log in, we're gonna be with each other the entire time we're logged in. But that's our situation because we don't see each other often. But I remember way back when, so my first partner, Chris, who I opened the Monarchy with, he and I had the same exact schedule. So every single time we both logged into SL, like we were both there. And that got overwhelming for me at some point. I was like, this is too much. Like, we had the business together, we role played together, and we were just always together. Like, I needed my space. So in that situation, we both had to develop different hobbies. I think I was more, I've always been a little hyper. So I had a lot more hobbies than he did. But that might have been an unhealthy relationship, because that meant, like, when I was done doing all my stuff, if I wanted to hang out, I knew he was free to hang out. But I do think if you have the same exact schedule with your partner, you guys have to give each other some space. But you have to talk about it, because I remember let's talk about relationships. Because we're diving into that. Should I just sit here? I was gonna like hop around the grid. Maybe we'll save that for last. I'll like show you some of my favorite places to go that are pretty social. I gotta get away. Faith and Flower is laggier than the rest of Bayside because there's so many things here. So I'm gonna go sit on the beach. Oh my gosh, Will. First of all, William, we need to pull him out of his house. You're coming to brunch on Sunday. But yeah, in terms of relationships, so the thing for me, I have to just say generally, I don't like relationships or friendships in Second Life. To be honest, to be quite honest, I feel like we know each other. We've been here. Y'all know this about me. I feel like I say this all the time. I say this directly to people when I meet them, but they don't, like, everyone thinks they're the exception. And I don't say this to be harsh. I don't say it to be mean, but I feel like it's my responsibility, knowing that most people are in SL to be social. It's my responsibility to tell people, I'm not gonna be your friend. I might be on your friends list, which I'm starting to change now because I didn't realize people took the friends list so serious. I'll show y'all in a minute. I got cussed out 4 times this week because I wasn't talking to people. And I'm like, but I feel like I tell you this when you add me. We're not gonna talk. I'm probably very rarely gonna respond. I have this small window of time to get an SL. And when I get an SL, I just want to do the things that I like doing. I want to create videos. I want to build places. I want to stare at myself for hours. That's about it. There's nowhere in there for friendships. And I feel like that's fine. And I feel like for me, I get so much criticism about being that way. Like, people tell me that you can't be that way. Especially in SL. People are very quick to tell you, well, that's not fair to other people. And it's like crazy. Like, what you mean? I feel like if you're telling anyone from the jump, look at my whole body hanging out of this chair. But if you tell anyone, like, from the jump, what you're here for, what your intentions are, I think you're good. And I think, people, you shouldn't feel like you have to kind of change to kind of fit whatever the norm for SL is. Don't try. We do nothing like everyone else in SL. But I always feel like that's the narrative pushed in SL. Like, this is where you can come to be social and make friends and do all of this. And I think it's a message that's pushed by Linden Labs. And I think this is why they miss out on a lot of end users. Because, when you're thinking of SL, you're just like, oh my God, SL is incredible. Like, how are more people not here? How is their company not massive? How is it not like the size of EA? How is it not huge? And I think it's because when they're thinking about marketing, they absolutely do not think about, just your average person who has a fabulous social life in real life and isn't here for a need, but is here for just a good time. And like, for me, I like being around people and having a good time. Like, if I'm out at a party or if I'm on sim and we're talking in local, that's probably great. We're both available. Am I gonna be a shoulder to cry on later on? Probably not. Sure, Manatee. But I feel like just do you. If you are that person who does need to build there are lots of people who are in SL because, limitations in real life. And if that's you, don't try to become the cold-hearted, I don't want to be friends with you thing. Like, just be you. I think it's important, though, to be transparent about who you are and how you are. So, that's something I learned in SL. When I first came here, I had no idea that people... First, I had no idea that people, like, relationships were real. Because I see all the time that people talk about catfish in Second Life, and I'm like, how do you catfish in Second Life? Like, you didn't see their avatar? I didn't get it. I didn't comprehend. I didn't realize people, I don't know, that these relationships are real. And usually when I say stuff like that, I think, B, don't come for me. But I think when people say that. People are very quick to be like, well, you gotta remember there's a human behind the avatar. And it's like, yeah, I'm a human behind the avatar, and I don't want any friends here. But I respect the fact that people do build real relationships. Like, I think my relationship with Reina and Eugen is real. I think that's a real friendship. We've known each other for maybe 5 or 6 years. I know all about their real life. They know all about mine. They're the only two that, know anything about me that's real. I think at the end of the day, Meela Vanderbilt's a personality. It's a persona. It's an online character. I think Ray and Eugen are the two that know the person behind Meela. And that's how I enjoyed it and, play my Second Life. If you want friends, though, Bethany, don't give up on making friends. Because you can make friends. I think, step one, be transparent about what you want from a friendship. Because I think that's what drives people crazy. So, like, when I'm going to ask, people always do this. They'll friend request me, and I'll say, hey, I'll accept it. But we're probably never going to speak. And I'm probably never going to be around and hang out unless it's something public and I'm sharing it with people. And that's, what we're doing. If it's a relationship and you're like, hey, I'm open to relationships carrying over into real life, like, be transparent about that stuff up front. Y'all still on this chair? Cup of bleach, who was where? Prada, after we finish the stream and I have a snack, so I don't know, when do we finish? 7:30, so probably like 8. We're watching Maleficent, the second one, so be prepared for that. So yeah, this is not interesting to look at. Should I be playing tennis or something? Like, I feel like I can't just sit here and talk. I have to be doing something. I should have baked a pie. We should have been baking while doing this. Look at me with no AO on. Manatee tear. But I'm hyper. But yeah, that's that. In terms of relationships, though, so relationships are tricky. I've had like 4 in all my 7 years, and I've always had to be so perfectly clear that it's just a Second Life thing. Like, it's not a real relationship, but those are possible here, right? So you just have to like tell people what you're in it for and what you like to do, and like that has to be your first conversation, because I notice people, if you don't offer kind of what they want, they'd rather just not speak to you. So like, let them do them. But let that be the first conversation. I think my last fling, we'll call it, he was more open to Second Life relationships turning into real life, and that's a hard no for me. Yeah, B, first of all, I would have never known. B's over here like throwing party nights and put like the first one in Bayside to throw a party. But I'm here for it. We're gonna play some tennis while I talk. This is why I can't do like talk show things. My attention span is like a solid 0. I was sitting there and I was like, this is boring. I have to move. But yeah, y'all tell me. What are your experience with relationships? Let's talk. Are there rules with relationships? I would say the one rule is know whether or not it's a real relationship or not. Cause like, I haven't found myself in that situation, but I see it all the time. And where like, people get very passionate and very emotional. And for me, that's not quite possible because it's an SL, but then like, what are the rules when it's just SL only? Cause yeah, I feel like I established rules with all my partners. Cause if it's SL only, I'm still about to be your only SLs, but we're not playing all those. We're not doing all that. If this board would res this century, we could play some tennis. But tell me about your relationships. One, how do you meet people? Don't be shy. I feel like just IM people. I know we always have this issue with girls at the club because they're like too afraid to IM guys first. Y'all see me on stream all the time. I'm always randomly, aggressively hitting on people. But I think the question that always comes up to people, like, do you care what gender they are behind the avatar? And because, like I say, it's Second Life only for me, I don't. And to be honest, I don't know the gender behind the avatar for my last 2 SL relationships because we never I don't think I ever asked them. They never asked me either. But never heard them speak. Never saw pictures. My last little fling though, he used to always send me pictures like out of the blue when I wasn't asking for them. And I was like, is he trying to catfish me when he don't need to catfish me because I'm not asking for these things? Hey Neve. First of all, I still don't know if I'm saying your name right because I feel like I got it right for a while, then I stopped getting it right. But also because I just said catfish, now I'm calling you Neve. I never realized you were the same guy that I always see on Facebook until you came to Sim the other day. And I was like, oh, I do know him. Grab what, Chrissy? This is not rezzing. That's not interesting to look at. But yeah, in terms of my relationship now, that was another situation where we met just doing something we both like to do. It was through roleplay. So if you could find a roleplay sim, you know, shameless plug Bayside, meet there. See, Nika? Yeah, so voice is a must for you. And it's funny because I never met anyone like that until recently. So that's always like a whole new world for me. Yeah, no one's ever asked me, but I think it's because, like I just told you guys, I'm meeting people on roleplay. Oh yeah, CB, I think I'm the opposite. I think I'm way more social in real life than I am in World. And I think that's why it throws me off in World when people are like trying to get too close too quick. But I was shy when I first came to SL. I didn't want to talk to people. It took me a while to get to meet people and say hi. Yeah, but we're gonna have, I don't know, I'm assuming you're talking about moving night. Neven. But yeah, I used to think I was introverted, but I'm really not. I think I was just a shy kid and don't know when I came out of that, but I'm not in real life. But I think it's overwhelming. It's enough to try to juggle lots of friendships, and you know, I have a huge family and we're all very close and we all get very combative sometimes and we all have a bunch of different personalities, and that's a lot to juggle. And I think it's hard just having relationships in real life for me. So when I come to SL, that's the last thing I want. It's the last thing on my mind. But I feel like, you know, I've been that person that's also been called very, I want to say people call me standoffish a lot. And like, at the root of it, yeah, because I'm trying not to be friends. I'm trying to resist y'all love. But like, not for any negative reason, just because, you know, I have so much bandwidth that I'm open to. But yeah, be transparent, do things you like to do, you'll meet friends. But also, I think to caution yourself, because what opened my eyes, I feel like I tell you guys this story all the time about this situation that happened last year with someone who like blindsided me. Like they were trying to befriend me to very specifically like hurt people around me, and like I was oblivious. I'm like, nobody's got time for that. So I think be cautious as you're making friends, and that's why I almost cringe a little bit when you guys jump in on stream or jump in Discord and you're like, hey, I'm looking for friends, everyone add me. And I'm like, you can't just let everybody into your life like that, because there are people you don't, you know, entirely know their intentions. And that was a new one for me. I don't know if that was just like real life naivety, but Oh, you came on a show when you went to high school for music and theater? Yes, Manatee. I think that might be when I came out when I was younger. Like, I took a drama class for the first time ever, and it was like, I was a whole different person. But yeah, yes, Just Blaze, exactly. You have to protect your energy. And like, this is what I try to tell people all the time, because like, I see people get so burnt out from Second Life so quickly all the time, because you're just not protecting your energy. And like, I know it's exciting, and that was the thing for me. I'm like, okay, I just like doing things. So you guys know, if I'm any part of my Second Life that I'm just doing, I want people to do it too. I want like other people to have fun. So if I know cool things that are happening, I'm usually going to tell people about them. But I've had to realize I've kind of had to distance myself from those situations, because then people take gestures very seriously in SL, and that's what I found. So if you're opening yourself up to a lot of people that may be taking things a little more serious than you are, that just causes drama. Like, I wasn't here for it, but I noticed that happening a lot, because I think probably within the last couple of months, we live and learn. But even the last couple of months, I think, when I first started streaming on YouTube, I was very quick to invite everybody over to my house all the time. I'm never mean to people until, like, y'all test me. Y'all don't do it, but people in world have tried to push my buttons. I'm also not gonna let somebody push my buttons. But I was very, very much just open to, like, letting people come over. Shut up. But see, there are tiers of friendship, right? Because I consider you a friend. I consider, like, there's different levels of friends. Like, we're friends because we've gotten to know each other over the past few months. I'd support you in your projects. You're great to talk to, great to hang out, great to party with. I'm probably not gonna tell you all my life secrets. That's probably a Eugen and Raina thing. So I think there are different levels of friendship. But it sucks. So, like, a couple of weeks ago, there was someone, it was one of those situations where I think they were taking things that I was doing, like, way more serious than I was. Because if I hop on, I'm like, hey, let's go take a flight. Or I'm probably not going to say, hey, let's go take a flight. You've probably hit me up and I'm like, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, taking a flight, come with me. It was like a series of those things happening. So I think for them, the friendship was developing, and for very quickly. I'm also just slow to become friends with. I'm not going to become good friends with you probably for a solid year. Like, we're gonna have to hang out several times, just naturally respect each other's space and get to know each other more. And I feel like Raina was in my life for so long before we became friends. Like, I have to say, it probably was a year or 2 years before we became, like, solid friends. But I think that's the thing with the internet. People want things, they want them fast, and they can happen fast in Second Life. You could spend a full day with someone in Second Life and feel like you've known them your whole life, and that's what people get caught up in. That's what people want. So I would just say, protect your space, your boundaries, and don't be as naive as me. You do have to look at you don't know that person behind the avatar. Don't give them all your business. Don't tell them everything about yourself, because I've also had that happen, like, someone really trying to get to know me in a certain way to, like, try to find me in real life. But people will do that. Oh, I know. That's how I was at first. I wanted my friends to join SL. Right now, it's just like my sisters joined. I'd rather that. I don't know about my friends. But I would just say, and if you are rushing into friendships, then still keep a, like, level of privacy. Don't throw yourself out to get hurt. Hey, Ray, I was just talking about, like, how long it took for us to become friends. Like, we knew each other forever. Like, a mutual friend introduced us to each other. I know Ray was around for a long time. I think Ray got closer to Eugen. Neve, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's read this. So, SL relationships work best when both parties understand their personal expectations. Safe space is maintaining your friend zone. Facts. Yes. And that's the thing, like, you just have to be so transparent about it. And it's, like, about every little thing. I feel like SL relationships are so complicated because of that. Like, one, you not only have to identify, like, is this a real relationship for you? Or is it just a virtual thing? And if it is just a virtual thing, there are still rules to define. But for me, like, I've loved... I even throw around the word love too lightly, but I have very strongly liked the people that I've been in SL partnerships with because it's just fun. William, oh my god, it's a dangerous world out there. That has happened to me. Also, I had someone, I don't remember how they did it. They didn't get close because, like, I was lying to them about everything. Like I said, Meela was a persona, especially a couple years ago. Not a single thing that came from Meela was the truth. I lied about, like, what city I was in. I don't know. Because at first I was like, this is weird that they're asking me all this stuff. They're asking, like, where I'm from. And that's a normal thing. I see that all the time. People are like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, oh, where are you from? Mind your business. What? But that's a normal conversation that people have. So back then I was like, all right, everybody's doing this. I'm just gonna lie to you. Instead of, like, coming off as an asshole all the time. But I lied all the time. So he had no real information. But he He sure did try to find me. So friendships and, you know, relationships, more than friends, be careful. I think, you know, a lot of times people talk about, I think people get burned in SL a lot and they like turn it on like SL is such a terrible place to be. I really do think it is your responsibility to kind of protect your space. All the nonsense that I've been through in SL has not at all tainted my experience of SL, and it won't, because what is my experience in SL? I'm just gonna come here, do the things I like to do with or without other people, and I'm good with that. I think if you do need to be social though, you have to find your people, and you can only find your people by doing things you already like doing and then finding them that way. Like, this isn't IMVU. People aren't necessarily just here to chat. So, you know, find activities you like to do. Do you like to surf? Do you like to role play? Do you like dance clubs? What do you like to do? And just do it. And find your people. Ooh, girl, couple of, you know, that could have also been because, you know, I had the club and I was working in that type of environment. I think naturally just like things can get a little scary. keep a triangle. If you can't keep a triangle, keep a tight circle. We have a triangle. Me, Ray, and Eugene have a triangle. And that's about it. Let's talk about relationships. I keep like dancing to relationships and dancing right back because I really like, I hate talking about relationships because it's not the same for me as it is most people. But I want to hear, I guess your input, maybe that would be more beneficial. B, we gotta stop stalking B. It is crazy, and I think it's cool that people can like meet. So I have met one person from Second Life. So this was like another one that was like a longtime friend. I probably met him. He was also a female behind the avatar, so it felt safer. But in world, I don't know. I probably knew him maybe 5 years before meeting in real life, and it was because like she and her husband were coming to town. And like I knew where I could meet them and there'd be a bunch of other people around, but it was like such a chill, casual friendship that we had, and it wasn't awkward or anything in real life. It really felt like the exact same as it did here. Hey King. But yeah, so I met one person from SL. We had a grand old time. We're like not that tight anymore. It wasn't that experience. We were still tight for a while, but it wasn't a big deal. And it was like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if like we could have maintained a real friendship had we really stayed in each other's lives. I don't think so. And this is why I don't think there are exceptions to my rule. I think no matter what, I've still kind of separated the two worlds very much. So even upon meeting, just like you do like in real life when you have business friends or work friends versus personal friends, like I can't separate them. I don't try to separate them. I've gotten a lot of criticism for not, I completely separate them. I don't try to blend them. I've gotten criticism for not blending them. Hey Tony. I remarried that. Did I say chicken sticks? But yeah, but in terms of like I saw relationships carrying on, I feel like we've all seen those stories where you meet or people who have met their SL partners in real life and become, you know, real life partners. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for when they're looking for relationships, or they're looking for some sort of real life connection, whether it just be someone to talk to on the phone, share videos and pictures with, all those things. That's not me. I've never wanted to do that. I remember a while ago I had these anonymous questions on, and someone asked me like, why do you have Second Life relationships if you're married in real life? I'm not married in real life, but I did have a boyfriend in real life at the time, and like it's so like that's how separate it is. Like I still can't even see why. Yeah, virtual relationships. First of all, every time Tony pops up, B's got some sass. I feel like I had this conversation. Was it with Tony? No, I don't think it was Tony. I think it was Tony's brother I had this conversation with. But yeah, I wouldn't meet anyone. And it's not to say anything about that, but I genuinely think there would be no way for me to blend the world. Like, I'm so curious if Reina and I, or Eugen and I ever meet. I think we'll get along very well, but I think there's still gonna be like a level of separate. I don't know. I think we too close. They even know when I'm going to the bathroom at this point. Yeah, see, Tony just wants to phone bone and chill. Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing from like people who are real life couples who both play SL and have relationships, because that's an interesting dynamic to me. But yeah, lots of people meet here and me in real life. For me, my relationship, absolutely not. We keep things separate. We don't voice. I think I'm never going to have a relationship in SL where I voice, because my last little fling, I keep talking about because it wasn't that long ago. But my last little fling, we started to voice, and like, did I send him I don't know. I don't do both. I don't send like selfies and body shots, so he might have gotten one of or the other. But like, immediately turned me off from the SL relationship. And we were chill, we were friends, but like slowly I was just losing interest very quickly. You're married. Oh, your husband doesn't care what you do in SL. Yeah. Wait, let me scroll back up. What was that comment? Oh, see, I saw Tony's phone bone comment like with Coco's, and in my head they mixed together. But yeah, I feel like there would be boundaries. If I had a real life relationship, I wouldn't want to be having like phone sex with anybody. But again, no two relationships are the same. If you're transparent and they're cool with it, why not? What's phone bone be? Getting it on via voice. I'm mad we are not looking at anything interesting. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna walk over. There's a new shop that opened in Bayside. Oh wait, Tony didn't go to your store opening. Tony also didn't even come to my sim opening. I remember that time that we all went to Tony's store opening. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no friends in Second Life. Facts though. But yeah, good questions about like how much time do you spend with your SL partner. If you guys have the same schedules, I strongly recommend having your own time. Another thing that I learned in so I've had long SL relationships. My first one was probably like 2.5, 3 years. The second one was solid 2 years. And it's crazy because the second one, I don't know where time flew. I still couldn't believe it was that long. But yeah, William, same. But so that one, that was such a learning experience. And like, I feel like the things that I went through with him made me not trust people in real life, because I was like, this dude is like blowing my mind at like how deceptive, and like it wasn't even deception. It was like, I'm just so used to people who are okay with talking about like who they are and what they like and what bothers them. I don't know. I feel like in real life it's easier to meet people that are kind of like you. So in real life I'm just used to people that are comfortable with that, but this guy was not. He could not like talk about those things, and like he would just hold it in and like just deal with stuff that he didn't love doing or didn't love. So in an SL relationship, even one that's strictly SL, that like communication thing is still super important. So what I noticed, so let's talk, what we can talk about. I think for us, I literally always throw love language in there, but we had very different love languages. Like what he found comforting or what he felt was like validating was the complete opposite for me. So like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like he would like to buy me stuff all the time, and that was like him showing his love. He would buy me so much stuff all the time that he didn't ask me about, or also I just felt like he didn't know me because some of the shit he's buying, I was like, if you knew me, you wouldn't have bought that shit for me. So naturally, because it wasn't that important to me, I didn't show like the level of appreciation that he wanted because it was such a big deal for him. I'm stopping at this little shop because it's super cute. Um, what am I catching up on? Wait, what did Mazikeen say about your voice? See, I look away for a second. Oh my god, Molly, I'm gonna answer your question. Oh, yeah, I don't have a teen voice. I can't relate. um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so that was, he liked to buy me gifts, and that was him showing him his love. For me, I'm more about time. Like, he would always set a day and time where he was logging in, and then I would log in and make myself available at that time, and then he wouldn't show up, and that wasn't a big deal for him. He was like, well, you know, I sent you 15K worth of stuff to make up for it. Like, I don't care. I expected you to respect my time. So we were like completely opposite in terms of that. Like, for me, if what it would look like to me that he cared with him respecting my time, but for him, he kind of wanted me to get giddy and excited over these these grand gestures he was doing that I didn't feel like they were grand, because I felt like the grand gesture would be you showing up when you say you're showing up. Yes, and I can't wait till the store reses because it's super cute. But wait, Molly had a question. What if you make rules and someone catches real life feelings and I say you end it immediately? Like, that's it. If they really do. And I think that happened to me once. I don't even call this a relationship because we knew each other for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. Shit was moving fast. But I think I posted a selfie on Instagram, and that's always my issue. Like, people, when they see your real life, they get a little, I can't. I try not to let the person I'm partnered with, or, you know, dating, I'm throwing up air quotes, in Second Life ever see me. But yeah, he caught real life feelings real quick, and no, that's just end it. That's it. It was really fun hanging out. We're not even gonna be friends. Because when you, like, I think entertaining it and continuing to entertain it, they're just gonna continue to develop feelings, and like, you're awesome, that's why they fell for you. But keeping them around and stringing them, it's gonna always make them think they have a chance, and they just don't. You do. I mean, midstream. Punk, come to my sim. Support your fake friends, please. But yeah. But it's crazy. SL relationship communication is so important. So like, me and that partner who couldn't communicate, we split for like 6 months. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even believe the amount of time that went by. But he and I used to like argue in SL, and like, I would be irritated about it. And I'm like, how am I getting so irritated about SL? Didn't care about this person in real life, mind you. I know that sounds harsh, but if I logged off SL, I would forget they existed until I logged back in SL. William, it might be. Stay away from 3-week relationships, because that one was the worst one of my whole SL. But yeah, the long one that I had, where we had the issues communicating, that one with 2 years, we split for like 6 months, got back together for another year. That was a long relationship. But yeah, we couldn't communicate. So yeah, after that, we split. I didn't feel like dealing with it. But when we got back, we had to kind of hash all these details out, where we're like, very like, this doesn't mean shit to me. If you buy me all this stuff, it's not going to mean anything to me. One, because I feel like you just disrespect my wardrobe. You don't know what I own or what I like. Stop buying me pink stuff. And like, we just had to really lay it out what was important. And like, for me, there were other things that like I changed about my Second Life lifestyle to fit him in. And like, for me, that was a big deal. But granted, he didn't entirely know everything that I changed, but I'm not all that affectionate in SL, and my lack of affection made him think it was like a lack of interest. And I'm like, I legit just changed up my whole SL for you, and you're telling me I'm not interested? Thank you again, Meep, for the super chat. Let me see. So SL relations are like gotchas, more regulars than rares. I mean, maybe, because like, I think it goes back to limit your availability, because I've had, what are we talking about, 4 SL relationships in 7 years, 6 years. How long have I been in SL? I don't know, I always forget this. Oh god, Tony, I feel like that's what he assumed, and I'm like, you don't know me at all. But Yeah. I feel like I friend zone dudes real quick too. But I'm not. So for me, what I'm doing along the first like several weeks of knowing someone, we're getting past the 3-week thing. Or maybe that's what's happening to me. So if I meet a guy who I'm like slightly interested in, I'm gonna friend zone him immediately. Like, you're gonna have to be my friend. If you can't manage being my friend, you can't manage having more of me. But we're probably gonna be friends, solid friends, for at least 3 weeks or several months before I take you serious for a relationship. Look, Mazakine, we all grow and develop and change. I like pink now. I didn't like pink when he was buying me pink, and it was frustrating. And I'm like, stop buying me shit. And then expecting me to be happy about it. So I'm like, 1, you bought me something I didn't like. 2, you bought me something I didn't ask for. 3, all I asked you to show up. Like, that's all I wanted. Dude, I'm so triggered thinking about him. That was the most frustrating thing. And it's weird. It's such weird. There's so much weird psychology behind it, because I'm like, I could legit be arguing with this guy. It's like hyper finger typing, because we also didn't voice. This is also the one I don't know if it was a man or a woman behind the avatar. 3 years, still don't know, never knew. It hit the 3-week mark with who, Tony? But yeah, it's weird. I used to get so angry, and we would like argue for like hours, and I would like blink and it's been like 5 hours. I'm like, what the hell happened to my Saturday? But again, then I'd log off and wouldn't think about it again. So it's weird. I think you just have to really know yourself and be able to communicate what you know about yourself with another person. Don't try to change for that person. Don't try to like change them for you. Like, 2 people either fit together or they don't. I think it's so messed up that so many people change or think they need to change for other people. I'm like that with friendships and everything. I don't think I need to change to make other people happier with our friendship. I think we're both adults and have to realize this ain't the friendship for us. Tony, please. 12th grade. Manatee, you're not old enough to be here. Not joking. Yeah, William, so just don't jump into a relationship within that time frame. Wait till at least 3 weeks. Are we creating the rules? No relationships until 3 weeks. Anyway, can we talk about the shop? Super cute. It's called the Greenhouse. It's here in Bayside. It's a role play shop. I'm so here for it. I just ordered a table just like this in real life from Wayfair. Yeah, okay. Distracted. But yeah. What else about relationships? I'm never gonna be able to answer like, how do you meet someone to start a relationship in real life? I think, I don't know where they are. I think if that's your interest though, you're naturally going to be attracted to places where like-minded people are. I think don't rush into it, because when you rush into it, you share a little more than you should be sharing, or you know how it is. Be safe, protect your peace, protect your space. Everybody is not the one. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Is it Pacino? You really do have to give yourself time to get to know each other. But when you're on a virtual platform, it feels deeper, faster, because we're so open. Like, you can be so open and honest about who you are when you're behind a screen. And I think maybe my internet friends do know me a lot more than my real life friends. Because like, I don't care. I'm so completely open and honest with them. And I think that's what happens when you get into a new relationship. It's just like you're divulging so much of yourself that you wouldn't with the person in real life possibly as quickly. So it feels like the relationship is real way faster. But I think always let that be a flag to have fun in that moment, but you know, pace yourself, because that is what happens in SL. You have these like crazy exciting few weeks, and then it fizzles out, and or you hurt each other's feelings. I don't know. Relationships are hard. Have any of you guys had like things carry over in real life? People call you king. Hey, TJ. I feel like I've already said that. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, hey. Yes, the shop is cute. Come over right now and let's party in it. I'm about to post about it. Who this? This is Tony. Slap. We will TP him though, since he has failed to come to my sim. I tell y'all, fake friends. But yeah, transparency. Go to places you like to go. I was gonna show you guys places where I go, but I honestly don't go anywhere. Wait, I'm trying to go to the search. The one club that I always go to is Tequila Sunrise. It's a Latin place, and I've met people there and like have had decent conversations. I never look at this destination guide. I always look at events. If you don't want to see all of the like strip clubs, then take off adult, but you're gonna see a lot of strip club stuff first, like the Monarchy. So, you know, go to the Monarchy. Oh yeah, you probably landed right above me. We're gonna leave him a jelly because he's on punishment. But I used to go to Tequila Sunrise. I love. There's a club, Exhale. I've never had a single conversation at Exhale. So if you're like me and you like to just like stand looking at yourself amongst other people, then that's cool. Yeah, I used to always go to Exhale, but literally I would just sit there, stare at myself dancing, and that was it. And there are also like voice lounges and stuff. I feel like you're more apt to find someone, if you are interested in a real life relationship, I think you're more apt to find people open to that at voice lounges. Don't go to like a role play sim looking for someone that wants to be your real life boyfriend, because this role play, you know, they might be there, but they're there for role play. Do they have hot guys? I feel like I've never seen one. Knowing full and like, well, Tony goes there. Not joking. But yeah, I like Exhale. That's really all I go. I go to a lot of blues places. Oh my god, yes. So if you want to meet good friends, go to like places where avatars don't look amazing. Because honestly, I still feel like some people I've met that I have gotten along with well very easily are people who don't have beautiful avatars. Like, they're not even here for all that. But there's this place, I think it's called like Fog Hound, I don't know. It's called the Front Porch or something. I go to a lot of blues clubs all the time because there are usually people there. They're usually chatting. Tony, do not give Tony that much credit. Where's the blues place I like? It's called the Front Porch. I don't know why it's not showing up, but yeah, those are good places to meet people. Also, like Discord. I feel like the thing to not do is like hop in Discord, give your username and say, I want to be friends. I think just like have conversations and figure out who you get along with, because I think people are real quick to befriend a whole lot of people. And for me, mailing it, see, I've never even done that, DJ. Hey Heartland, good to see you. But yeah, get to know each other, get to know people before you like let them all in. For me, I'm very suspicious of people who try to get to know me too quickly. So know that if I've resisted your love, that's probably why. You probably tried too hard and it like red flags all over, and I was like, so I probably just shut it down. He tried to hop on camera. He had jelly. Look at this posture, sir. If he really has this posture, I don't know. Cause you know I've been seeing like dudes standing with their pelvis so far out. It's not about Tony. But yeah, that's my bit. I feel like this wasn't even a 101 episode. This was just a rambling conversation. But I feel like I needed this, y'all. It's been a week. It's been it's been a wild few weeks. Not only with Bayside, but like work's been hard. Life's been hard. I just need to chill out. You know what, DJ? I hate chocolate, period. So that's fine. And yeah, Manatee, That's what I didn't do that with friends. I did it with family. You know what's funny? Someone interviewed me for a YouTube video recently, or we were just like shooting the shit. But we were talking about my sisters coming to SL, and one of them works in the club. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you don't think that's weird? And I was like, no. But it's because we're both the same. Like, we're both, there's this level of disconnect between us and SL. So it's not weird. So like, we both emote and roleplay. Like, her telling me about people she meets in the club, it's not like, it's no different. I don't know. It's nothing. It's literally. So if y'all get that part, if that video comes out, and if they keep that in, they'll be looking at me sideways. It's just because we don't engage the level that other people engage in SL. Yeah, you've been missing movie nights. That's what I'm saying. Like, get out and do stuff. Mexican. Oh yeah, Hills. I love going to SL discussions. Like, not the ones by Linden Labs, but like the ones just by residents. I love those. Yeah, but I think honestly, just get out and do things. For me, I don't like IM conversations. I don't like it. So if I'm like doing something, I just want to talk to people in local when I'm in your presence, and then like not talk again. But I think it's a great way to meet people, just like going places and doing things. If you're in Bayside, come out of your house. But you know, oh yeah, it's Eugen's birthday. Happy birthday, Eugen. How did I not? I don't think she's watching. That's why I didn't think about it. But there's a yas for Eugen's birthday. We're trying to get her online. We're like, what we did in the world tonight? She ghosted us. But yeah, sorry that this was not technically a full blown, like, I don't think we learned anything today. We just talked. We just needed a break. We needed to talk. You know how it is. I'll forward along all the birthday wishes. What about Discord? Oh my god, though, can we talk about yeah, William, that was for you. Come out of your house. But oh my god. So I got cussed out 4 times this week. I put 2 on Facebook because I was just shocked. One dude who added me because his girlfriend watches my YouTube, and like, he ran to me at the Legacy store and he was like, oh my goodness, my girlfriend watches your YouTube, and she's like complimenting you. I'm like, oh, thank you guys. And then he was like, she's just putting her avatar together. Can you help? You know, y'all know my answer to this all the time. Probably not, but join Discord. I don't know why I approved the friend request. Like, looking back, I think that was in that period of time where I was just accepting all friend requests. He was like, oh, do you mind if I add you? And I was like, sure, go for it. I don't talk to people on my list, but go for it. And he did. And he continued to message me all the time. Like, he would keep asking me. He was like, oh, I've set my avatar up, can you come see it? I'm like, you can Gaiazo. And he was like, nah, just it'll take a second to TP me. I'm like, you can Gaiazo or send a picture. Like, I'm not going anywhere. But he kept bothering me. So I started building Bayside, and I was like, look, I'm not here to chat with you. I'm really busy right now. And you know, at some point when I'm getting frustrated, I get real firm. So I was like, look, I'm not here to chit chat. I'm building a sim. I'm busy. I've said this to you already. He kept chatting. So I just hid my online status from him, went back to work. Tell me why, like a week later, he was like, just delete me from your friends list if you're going to hide your status. Bitch, I done told you. I done told you we're not going to chat. And then I was like, all right. So I removed him. He got real mad, cussed me out. And then another dude did the same. So he met me at the burlesque show. And I was in another situation. So now at this point, I'm adding no one. If you send me a friend request, I'm so sorry. I'm just not adding it. But he added me from the burlesque show. During the show, he kept asking me to like take his profile picture for him. I'm like, I'm good. But he kept trying to talk too all the time. And like after a while, like talking through my busy response, and he would always say, oh wow, you don't talk to me or something. We don't get to hang out or something. I'm like, yeah, but I told you this. Like this was the premise of our first chat. He also cussed me out. I did. I ended up blocking them both, banning them from all of my Sims. All of them. I haven't showed y'all all of them. There are some where businesses that I don't own preside. So there are a lot of places they can't go to now. But no, that was the two dudes. Sometimes I can understand when the dudes do it because like they're probably children. I assumed he was a child. I assumed they both were children and don't know about like social norms yet. But most recently, a girl did the same. Like, I don't even know who she was or when I added her, but she was very offended that I never say hi to her, and she like wanted to make it a point to tell me that she was deleting me, and I'm like, who are you? How did you get here? Dude, I swear people be coming for me. And like, I get it though, because I told Ray I get it. After I had that, I did a video with that other YouTube person, I was like, you know what? I really liked hanging out with him. And I was like, are we friends? Is this friendship now? And I'm like, no, because I know boundaries. I'm not going to ever hit him up again. But he was so chill, and it was so cool to be around him. And like, after I was watching a few of his videos, I was like, I feel like we're best friends. But you know, again, I understand boundaries. I'm not going to hit him up. I get it. People, you know, we hang out on video, or we hang out on stream, or we'll hang out in world at one of the events, and then afterwards you feel like we're best friends, but you just gotta know boundaries. Yes, Manatee. See, it happens all the time. You could be, and that was the first red flag. I wasn't even at my computer. It was like in the middle of the day on a weekday. I need everyone to know I'm a 31-year-old woman who has a career. So in the middle of the week, during the day, I am working. Meela might be logged in. That's awesome. She's probably on my bed, and I'm out at my, at my desk. So he was flipping the F out, and he like sent so many messages within an 8-hour time span. I'm like, you still just enjoying talking to my auto response? But yeah. Boundaries. No boundaries. We all need to know boundaries. Cause like, I get it. Like I said, after I had that YouTube interview, I was like, I get it. Cause like, he was super chill, but we're not friends. So like, just remember that. You might have a real good time with someone, but they don't owe you their time. But yeah. Oh my gosh, Hales. Exactly. Everyone has different SO lifestyle. I think that wraps up. That is the moral of the whole video today. Everyone has different SO lifestyles. Everyone, wants something different from relationships. I'm that person, and it's crazy because even like Tony's like, some people log in, they're not their PC 24/7. That's me. I will log in. I don't know if it's good for my computer or not. Probably not, maybe not, but my computer can handle it. And guess what? If this one breaks down, I can go buy a new one. It's a leisure I have. So if I choose to leave Meela logged in for a solid 24/7, that's my choice. Like, you can't tell me I have to log off. I do not log my avatar out. And like, I don't know why. I just don't want to. And I don't even like relogging. So the fact that I can just walk over to my computer and just be on, that's the life I want to live. Yeah, I never turn my computer off. And look, I got a fan for it, or a fan tray. It's putting in overtime. It's fine. The computer's fine. But yeah. Moral of the story, no one's the same. There are people from different walks of life and different cultures, and I put a Cheerio in my mouth and then I realized that's gonna be loud. But that's all, y'all. I low-key I'm gonna leave that question for Raina. Again, there's a house available at Bayside, so if you want to come, like, be in our community. Ain't nobody guaranteeing friendships, but I mean, it's bound to happen when you're around people. I'm frozen here. Yeah, who's Tony phone boning? I need to end this video, but it's been fun. I feel like I haven't been on YouTube very often lately. I say that, but I've always been on twice a week, so I don't know. I just feel like I don't get enough time with y'all. But anyways, you guys, that was a ramble of the video. We didn't even coherently talk about, like, I have an outline. Like, sometimes when I'm preparing for a video, especially a 101 video, so I don't forget stuff, I make an outline. I didn't talk about anything on this. I didn't go in the order of this. Anyway, if you were expecting to learn something from this video, no. Except for, you know, what some SL people think about stuff. Alright, y'all, but let's get out of here. I low-key, I'm trying to think if I have energy to stream some more. I don't think so, but I will stream in Discord. It's been a while. And we're gonna watch Maleficent. So if you are not at Bayside yet, come to Bayside. We're not gonna watch it in World, we're gonna watch it in Discord, but we're gonna gather in Worlds. Cause that in my head makes sense. I don't know. I feel like that's cute. But you guys have been fun, as always. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back this weekend. I'm still planning on making the contest video. Be sure to enter our video contest. Win 15,000 Linden, 5,000 just to enter. So just go enter. You can win 5K. If you create a video for the contest, you can win 15,000. So go enter that video. Come check out Bayside. Check out the new website that I slaved over, please. BaysideCityRP.com. And that's it. B, don't come for me. Mind your business.